Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? I hope you all are doing fantastic. For today's video, it's kind of all over the place. I just knew I had one main goal, and that was to talk about products that I've been loving for specifically dry skin people, because I have very dry skin. I usually run normal to dry to very dry. At the moment, I'm just dry to normal. Like, I'm okay at the moment, but I really wanted to create a video that I hope that people who are struggling with dry skin can find this helpful. So we'll talk a little bit about some skincare that I've been using that has really helped with my skin and with my dry skin, and they're products that I've been using for a long time that I really stand behind. And I don't change my skincare very regularly. I keep it pretty minimal just because I just don't like using a lot of skincare personally. It stresses me out. But when it comes to makeup, that's different. So we also get into makeup where we create this really dewy, hydrated face using some of my favorite hydrating makeup products. Just a disclosure, this in no way is wanting to seduce you or encourage you or tempt you to buy these products. These are products that have worked for me. If you guys have that in your collection, use it, figure it out, figure out what products work for you that are already in your collection. Sometimes it's just trial and error on your face. As you will see too, actually 2 products that I used on my face today just did not work. And it could be just some of these makeup products just don't blend well together. I made this for fun, and obviously, of course, to hopefully help you find some great products in the future to invest in for your dry skin. So if you want to see some of the products I've been loving and how I got this really dewy, hydrated makeup look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I actually really wanted to start off this video with skincare because that is what is going to really help with dry skin before you apply makeup. So I just took a little shower and I did spray my face first with the Dewy White Willow and Rose Dewy Face Mist. I really like it. It's a really good hydrating face mist. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it. I have used it a lot. Okay, and then next I like to go in with the Cocokind Glow Essence with Sea Grape Caviar. And I spray my face. It's a powerful spray, so I try not to go with too much because it'll like literally wet my face. But then I just like to tap it in with my fingers. This is such a hydrating mist. I do have more information on it in my April favorites on YouTube. But it's such a great hydrating spray. For me personally, I find it really helps with my dry skin, so I'm for it. Next up, I go in with the Moonjuice Plump Jelly, which I am literally almost done. I have a new bottle. One of my all-time favorite hydrating serums. This, I believe, is in my January favorites. It's definitely in one of the videos. I just bring it down my neck. All right, so then of course you want to let your product dry down before you put something else on it. So I'm just gonna let that dry down for a bit. Okay, then I have just started trying the Tatcha Violet C Brightening Serum, which is their vitamin C serum. I have been trying it for less than a week, and so far I like it. I'm trying to see what it does for these dark spots right over here. I definitely feel like my skin does look more bright, more supple. Looks really, really good, so can't complain. I like to go in with 1 pump. It's very watery. I don't even think you could see it. So as I let these serums really set into the skin, I like to go in with my eye cream next. And for today, usually when I'm going to film or apply makeup, I love to go in with the Glossier Bubblewrap eye cream and lip cream. Going with a little pea size like that, or a little bigger because I like to put a lot on my lips, and just tap it on the eye area. You never want to pool. It's a very sensitive area, so you just want to press it in very gently. This is such a hydrating freaking cream. I do not believe it does anything for my dark circles, but it definitely hydrates before concealer or any type of makeup. And then I like to put it on my lips because it's meant for the lips as well, and then a little bit around my nose area because that's where I'm really dry, like at the bottom of my nostrils. I don't know why. All right, now a new product that I started trying out. Cocokind was so kind enough to send me over their Chia facial oil omega-3 concentrate for a youthful glow. They are now carried at Ulta, which is amazing. I'm so happy to see that Ulta is now incorporating more clean beauty into their categories, into their company, because we need that from Ulta. Ulta is such a great beauty department store. So it does have a little dropper, so you'll see. And I actually like to tap. I don't know why I rubbed. I like to tap. Oh, my ears are itchy. I like to tap it. And it is, look at that, oh, glow. All right. Also, if you see, I don't have a mattress right now. I'm waiting for it to come in. I got some new furniture. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna use the Versed Skin Soak Rich Moisture. My favorite moisturizer. I only take one little dab with my index finger. I'm looking real crazy. And also tap. And then I like to work it into the skin. All right, so I'm gonna go fix up my hair a little bit and put the skincare product away, and let's get into some of my favorite hydrating makeup products. Okay, so the first thing that is extremely important that I like to start off with is a great hydrating lip balm. It could be very different for a lot of people, but I personally really love the Kosas Wet Oil and Jellyfish, and I just like to prep my lips. So la primera cosa que voy a hacer, the first thing I'm going to do is, you always want to start off with a very hydrating primer. Personally, I have very dry skin, so a lot of people are like, well, if you moisturize right, it'll help. That could be true. I just like that extra oomph of hydration. Now, if you feel like this step is going to be too much, like it'll be too greasy, then don't do it. But I love to do it personally. So I like to first go in with the Glossier Future Dew as a primer for me. And I like to just go in with half a pump, because this is also really thick and it could easily be very greasy on the skin. So I like to, well, actually no, I like to focus it all over my face. So as you can see, I have a very great hydrated base, and that is what will really help make sure makeup goes on great for dry skin. Now, I have a lot of products that I personally love for dry skin, so it's really hard for me to choose which one I love. I will say my favorite foundation when it comes to dry skin is the Vapor Beauty Soft Focus Foundation. Love it. It is very dewy. Keep that in mind. It's very dewy. But if you have dry skin like me, the skin will kind of like drink it up and use that as like water per se, and just, you know, yeah, drink it up. So I personally love this one a lot when it comes to needing that type of hydration, as well as light medium coverage. So I'm in the shade 130S. It recommends to shake it. Very importante. I'm going to put one whole pump. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it is quite liquidy, as you can see. Let's make sure. Perfect match for me at the moment. I'm gonna dot it. I think I put way too much. This is more than enough. All right, the next product that I like to go in that's very hydrating is concealer. So I only have two concealers. So the first one being the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is a very hydrating, creamy product. I really, really like it. The downside is they run very yellow and their shade range is awful. But the formula is beautiful. So And then the next one I really like is the Ritual to Feel Ethereal Veil Concealer, which is this cute little compact one. For today's look, I think I'm going to use this one just because I feel like every time I use this, it looks really yellow under my eyes, which makes me very sad. So I'm going to use this one. I'm in the shade Psychorex, and I like to warm it up and just press it in the skin. See, that covered up so beautifully. And I'm trying to do a more subtle, low-key, natural look today. I'm not trying to do anything too big. A next product that I would recommend if you have dry skin, now when it comes to bronzer, blush, and highlight, is of course cream products. Now, setting the skin, I would recommend not to. Again, if you're just wanting to have a very hydrated look, complexion, you don't want to really go in with any mattifying powders. Sometimes I set the skin if my complexion came out very greasy, then I'll kind of set it a little bit. Right now my skin looks beautiful, it looks great. So I just want to set my under eyes because that is sometimes what usually will move the most, but I'll go in very light-handedly. Great setting powder that I would recommend for dry skin is the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. This is a very finely milled powder, and I love that it keeps your skin looking still very hydrated. I like to put the mirror up. That way you can really just get into the creases under the eye. That's really hard to find when you're looking straight. But see how it's still quite dewy? It still looks very healthy, very hydrated, not too matte. All right, so the only thing with this one in particular, I think the combo of this concealer with this setting powder is not my favorite. I've never tried it before. It is a little patchy. It's not overly obvious, but probably wouldn't do that again. The other thing I would have set are the eyelids. I'm gonna do another one because I don't want it to be a translucent powder. So I'm gonna use the Youngblood Cosmetics setting powder to set my lids. Yeah, it looks really good. Now we just need a little bit of definition, a little bit of color, and let's get into it. So for this video, we're going to focus on creams. Creams, when the formulas are done well and excellently, will really give your skin that beautiful hydration, and it shouldn't be patchy, it shouldn't make your skin look greasy. So with that said, for bronzer, I'm going to use the new Fenty Freestyle Cream Bronzer. I need to sneeze. Bless me. So the cream bronzer, I love this bronzer. Hydrating, not patchy, and it doesn't give my skin a greasy feel. So I'm using the shade Honey Glaze. Bronzer, I like to use this Morphe Y5 brush. I just love the shape of it. I just like to focus it. And you always want to go in with a very light hand, so I would hold your brush at the bottom and swirl it up. Super gentle with your skin, and this will also give you a more airbrush finish. And I'm just gonna quickly do my brows, nothing fancy. I'm just gonna do the Glossier Boy Brow in clear. For blush, I also would go in with a cream product. I might actually mess this up because I haven't tried this one out yet. So this one is also by Fenty. It's in the shade Daiquiri Dip. So let's see how that looks on the skin. I'm gonna use a more precise brush. This one is, I'm just cleaning it. This one is by Real Techniques, the contour brush. And I am going to douse it in there. And as always, same thing with blush. You want to go in very lightly. I like to hold it at the bottom and just tap away. very pigmented. With a brush and then a beauty sponge, it looks really, really nice. Very subtle. So I think I understand what State of Kate means about these blushes, but it's like it kind of shears out to a point where it doesn't look very... I'm gonna have to play with this shade a little bit more. I really liked Rose Latte. Okay, moving on though. If we were to get into blushes that I think are great for dry skin, I would also try Tower 28. Tower 28 has amazing balmy blushes that are great for dry skin. My favorite one is a Golden Hour, which is this one right over here. The next product I'm going to use is now a highlighter, but I'm not going to use a actual beaming highlighter. I'm gonna go in with a Tower 28 product. This is their Super Dew No Shade Balm, which is just a very balmy, dewy balm. So I'm just gonna use one tap like that because it is a very balmy product, and I'm just going to focus that on the high points of the cheek. See that? Oh, that looks so good. I probably would go in with this first before you apply your blush because it could pick up your product a little bit, which is what I'm seeing it do at the moment. Not mad at it, but I definitely feel like you need to go in with this first. I am gonna go in with the Tower 28 Happy Hour. I haven't really dipped into this color much. I'm not really feeling the finish of this blush. For my eyes, I haven't used this product in so long, which is so bad, and that is the Kosas 10 Second Eyeshadow. I'm going to use the shade Globe. If I haven't used this already, you want to shake it. It is a liquid eyeshadow, and it comes with a doe foot applicator. Sit like this, and you just apply it directly to your eyelid. That looks pretty and very subtle. It's like a champagne pink, and then it doesn't dry down too fast, so you can work with it. So pretty. And then I think just to bring the whole look together, I am going to go back into Happy Hour from Tower 28. Get that color on my lower lash line. For mascara, I'm just going to use my Glossier Lash Slick Mascara, which I've really been enjoying lately. So that looks good with the mascara. For the lips, I think I'm just going to do a very sweet, easy, kind of light pink lipstick. That's going to be the Glossier Generation G. I'm going to use the shade Like. Let's try Cake right on top. That looks so pretty. Kind of gave it like a peachy undertone. Bueno todos, that finalizes my look using some of my personal favorite products for dry skin. I really hope that you all found this very helpful. If you have dry skin, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below or directly direct message me on Instagram at TiffbyTiffany. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you all in my next video. God bless you, and adios.